Hello, today we're going with a recipe that only brings joy. It's a cheese bread that you make in a pan in just a few minutes and without any complications. No excuse, you can make everyone enjoy it with minimal effort. We start with a large egg, size L. In a large bowl, we add a good pinch of salt, quite a generous amount. And a plain yogurt, unsweetened, no strange flavors or anything. Just plain yogurt. Once you have it, it's time to mix. So with a fork or a whisk, you beat it until you get a smooth paste-like liquid. Don't worry, this won't even take you a minute. Once you have it mixed, you're going to add the cheese of your choice. In my case, I use shredded mozzarella, but you can use whichever you prefer. The idea is to give it a few stirs so it spreads throughout the liquid, and then add the dry ingredients. On one hand, flour 150 grams, a little more than a cup, and also a teaspoon of baking powder. Mix again and it will create a dough, and with that, we're going to make the bread. It's that simple, just like that. And that easy. In just 2 or 3 minutes, you'll have it ready to take to the pan. Yes, you heard right. We're making it in the pan today, and the dough is ready. As you can see, it's like this, sticky, but that's not a problem. Of course, it depends a bit on the type of cheese you use. Like I said, I used shredded mozzarella, but you can use whatever cheese you prefer. In fact, this with a strong cheese, even a blue cheese, would be amazing. We pour a good splash of an oil you like into a pan that's not too big. In my case, about 20 centimeters in diameter, 18 to 20 would be ideal. We cover the whole surface with the oil and heat it over medium heat. When it's hot, we add the mixture we just prepared. And don't worry if it's a bit pasty, because with a spatula or a spoon, you'll be able to spread it out until it more or less takes the shape of a disc. Then you move the pan a little and it will round out. It looks like magic. We cover it and let it cook for about 10 to 8 minutes. Well, but that depends on the heat and the pan, so I'm not lying to you. Wait until it unfolds and turns golden. If you're bold, try tossing it in the air to flip it. I always say that the cemetery is full of brave people, so be careful and flip it with more caution. Once you have it, do the same thing, press it down a little to make sure it stays flat. And you're going to cook it on the other side, so it gets the same golden color. Look, we round off the sides a little, cover it, and wait. There's really no mystery to this. Once it's golden on both sides, enjoy. Look how easily it comes off. Want to check it? Just insert a wooden utensil or spatula. Underneath, lift it a little and check the color or just flip it over. Look at this side. It's also cooked, so the bread is perfect. That's how it should be. And that's how you make it easily, quickly, and deliciously. A bread you won't believe how good it's going to turn out. Juicy on the inside, and with that crunchy touch every bread has from the crust. What more could you ask for? Great for making a sandwich and filled with cheese. The dough itself, it's crazy. And look how beautiful it looks up close. Dare to make it, you're going to love it. Look at how amazing it looks. Juicy and fluffy with that typical bread crust, crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. And it's just that these pan-made homemade recipes are a real treat, and we often overlook them. Just look how amazing this piece is. Let's enjoy, of course. It couldn't be any better. It's just that I love bread and I love mozzarella, so this juicy combination can only be my total weakness. I hope you feel encouraged to make it and let me know in the comments, what cheese are you going to use? And also tell me, where are you watching the video from? Travel the world and enjoy delicious things. As always, I'll leave you the list with ingredients and quantities, so you can take notes and prepare it without any problem. And if you want even more, just look at how it looks. So click on the little box and enjoy this video that looks amazing. YouTube says this might be your new favorite video. Let's find out.